I'm Bob Hallmark in Big Sandy today. Let's talk about what's happened with the weather, the flooding. You've seen it all over our news, all over East Texas. It always creates problems, and inevitably, there is always the chance that somebody could get into a rescue situation from being swamped from driving over a road that has water on the top of it. And that's just what happened yesterday here in Big Sandy. Now, we're going to show you some pictures as we talk about this, but to talk a little bit about what happened yesterday, we're joined by Big Sandy Fire Assistant Chief Keane Kaiser.
Yes,
and now tell me a little bit about this. Did you guys get a call on this, or what was it?
Yes, sir. We received a call at about 4:15 p.m. yesterday afternoon for a vehicle that was stranded in water with persons trapped.
Okay. Now, once you get out there, I'm sure you guys take this seriously anytime you hear of somebody that has been swamped or is in high water. I'm guessing you made a quick response on this.
Yes, sir. Our county policy is that we roll 3 departments worth of units. So we had ourselves, Pritchett, and Pleasant Grove all responding with units to come to render aid. We ourselves had about 5 or 6 personnel rolling several trucks with various capabilities to make the rescue.
Gotcha. Now, once you get out there, you assess the situation. What was this when you actually got eyes on it?
So when we first arrived, we actually had a wrecker on scene who was on the phone with the person who was trapped and said that she was down the road a ways through some deep water and was unable to get out, which we advised him at that time that we'd go in with our big rig. It's a 6-wheel military surplus vehicle that's designed to handle deeper water and to try to make contact with the person and see what that person needed.
Was just a single occupant in the car?
At that time, we determined that there was only one occupant in the car, fortunately.
Okay. This can be a touchy situation, particularly when water starts to get into the vehicle and you begin to panic and things like that. I'm guessing at this point, you try to keep this person calm and let them know, here's what we're going to do, right?
Absolutely. When we can make contact with them, we're going to tell them remain calm, keep yourself as safe as you can, and we're going to get to you and get you to safety as quickly as we can.
All right. What was the process here? I mean, you take the 6-wheeler in and you try to get as close as possible. So kind of walk us through how you get her out.
Yes, sir. We made sure we had all the tools that we needed in case we have to, we're going into that situation not having eyes on the vehicle. So we're bringing our extrication equipment just in case that vehicle's been damaged in some way where the doors won't open, or if the water pressure is too great to open those vehicles. We might have to break glass or use our hydraulic tools to actually forcibly open that car to get her out. We go in slowly, making sure that we stay on solid surfaces. Sometimes we even have to get out and measure the depth of the water and look for soft spots, potholes, and that kind of stuff. When the water's up like that, it's not pool water. It's dirty, it's gross, and you can't see potholes and where the road might turn. And if you get off of solid surfaces, you're away you go, and you're losing vehicles off in deep water.
That's right, because it's not just the water, it's what damage could have been done to the pavement. It could have been washed away. You could have a washout on one side of the road.
Absolutely.
So you had to actually be sure that you could get a vehicle in there without getting that one in trouble.
Yes,
right?
sir.
Okay.
From there, we made contact with her. We discovered that the vehicle was on the road still. The water had not moved, fortunately had not moved the vehicle at that time, and we were able to utilize some other people there to get her vehicle out of the immediate danger and help her get out of the danger zone to dry ground again.
Okay. Classic example here. We've seen how this happens over and over again, but when there are clear markers on the roadway saying road closed due to high water, that's a clue for motorists not to give this a try.
Absolutely. We try to do everything we can. We might put out cones initially. Sometimes our resources are severely tapped when heavy rains come in. We've got a lot of different issues all over the area, but we're going to put down cones initially, and DOT will actually bring signage out that for road closures as well. We really need people to pay attention to those markings. We're not putting out up there just to ruin your day. We're trying to prevent your day being ruined, because unfortunately, you could flood an engine, flood a vehicle. You're totaling your vehicle, and just ask yourself, if you're willing to take that risk, are you willing to risk having to buy another vehicle? With your expenses the way they are, with the way the economy is today, we're struggling. Don't risk your property. Don't risk your life, because
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously this is a good news story, because we got our motorist out safe and sound, no injuries, right?
Yeah, correct. No injuries. Unfortunately, most likely her car is not usable anymore.
Okay, well, that's the price you pay sometimes, I guess.
Unfortunately, yes, sir.
All right, good work. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I appreciate it. And we'll have much more on this story tonight on KLTV 7 News. For KLTV Web Extra, I'm Bob Hallmark.